My dad was a huge influence in that he was a scientist. He really appreciated observing and experimentation and invention, not really for the end, but the means of the process of how you figure things out and how you examine things and how you question things and how you question things. Art wasn't that far from that. It was looking at things, it was seeing what wasn't there, and what teeny tiny aspect the individual could contribute to that huge tree of stuff that hadn't been examined before. My job was to figure out that small area that nobody else had ever examined before. I can't really articulate to you what it is, but I know that I'm making something that's never been seen before. I tend to think that we're looking for truths and things. In a funny way, it's exposing math because you're seeing in front of your eyes what is actually deliberately holding that thing together. I used to call it seat of the pants engineering because for many years I built pieces without engineers. And then once I started getting into the public realm, I needed to work with a proper engineer. It's built so that it can stand huge wind forces and earthquake and everything else one could possibly imagine. Then I have a wonderful crew who works with me, adding the elements one at a time, and then it becomes really kind of intuitive and on the spot. Boats are kind of a natural evolution from a lot of things I've been using. I've been using found objects for a long time. There were fields of refuse airplane parts. The things were so gorgeously built, and there was such a quantity of them, and their shapes were so exotic, and their forms were beautiful and voluptuous. I could buy it at that time for the scrap value of aluminum, which was 10 cents a pound. As time went by, my husband had a canoe, and I remember looking at it and saying to him, God, it's so weird. This looks like my airplane part. And he said, Nancy, it's made by Grumman. That's who made the airplanes. And then they started making these canoes after World War II. I thought, I get it. I started seeing them as an extension of airplanes in a funny way. Aluminum is a material that to recycle it is less expensive than to mine it. So it's been cycled and recycled and cycled again. So you realize the material itself has had this long extension of life, and then it was in the ground before that, and before it was in the ground, it was in outer space somewhere before the Earth was made, and it kind of flew around. So you get all this residue of this experience that the individuals or the massive individuals have had with these objects. So they've kind of absorbed the experiences of people's lives. When I'm standing on the street with my walkie-talkie talking to my crew and people are walking back and forth, sometimes they realize I'm the artist and they'll say to me, well, what are you trying to say with this? It's nothing I can put in words. If I could do this for you, I would be a poet. I'm not that. So it's something you look at, and it allows you that room to bounce all those things around in your head. And I do the same myself. It's a reflection of who we are as a culture. Those objects. I am attracted to certain objects, but am I conscious of it? Do I literally think about it and make a list? No. I look at them and go, wow, that thing is beautiful. It would be boring if I knew what I was doing in advance. It's telling me what to do as I go.